parents are gonna find out. This is a very real fear. And there's a stereotype that immigrant parents are hard on their kids and their grades. You know it, you feel it, but they should be. Because think about what they gave up. My dad sees his mother every 5 years so that I can get a better education than he did. And I refuse to be educated. Like, I want to be dumb. And the way this guy works, he works so hard. I feel for my dad, man. We'd get home that day, I'm sitting there, we're eating dinner in silence, right? Always. He can't talk after work. You ever see that look on your dad? It's like his forehead, it's like, I feel like if I talk, he'll die. Like if he hears my shrill voice, he will die. Not a single word in the whole meal. But if there's a guest, well, my dad can't shut the fuck up. I mean, this could be a stranger. A stranger shows up, all of a sudden, my dad has a personality. One time, we were at Olive Garden. We're sitting, we're having our meal. The waiter comes. He takes my dad's card. He looks at it and he goes, "Oh, your last name's Youssef. I have a friend named Youssef." My dad goes, "Actually, our real last name is Mitwalli, but we changed it to Youssef when we came over because we thought it would be easier to say." And I was like, what? I didn't know my name until Olive Garden. And my dad's sitting here telling this guy stuff about his immigration story, uncles I've never heard of, all to Alex at Olive Garden. The guy goes to handle the check. I go after him and I say, "Hey man, when you get back to the table, could you ask my dad if he likes me? He just really seems to trust you. Yeah, maybe ask him what he wants for his birthday. He says we're the gift, but I don't think we are." We're sitting in silence, eating. The phone rings. I know. My dad puts it on speaker. It's the teacher. He says, "Sir, I'm sorry to disrupt your dinner, but I'm reading this book report, and it's clear your son didn't write it. Now, I don't want to upset you, so what I like to offer the parents is, why don't you come by, pick up the report, you read it, you tell me if you think he wrote it. I'll be here late all week. I read every single report." I'm like, dude, what a fucking loser. Like, I'm like, you read every report? Like, bro, get a wife. You don't even get paid. Like, these guys, like, you work on tips. I go to my mom. You try to keep everything from your parents, but if something's gotta be, you go to mom. You can work with mom. Right? Mom's negotiating deals left and right. Things are happening. Curfews are being lifted. Outfits are being approved. Dad's at work. He's got his principles. He's got his values. Mom's at home and she's like, "I think we could change a lot of those. You go work with me." She would tell me what to say every single time. And I would say exactly what she said. And when I finished saying it, she'd go, like she'd never heard any of it before. Like I was this disgusting thing they raised. So she goes, "When he comes home, tell him what's for dinner. I made all his favorites." Right? And I'm ready. Like my dad comes to the door. I'm like the most nervous maitre d' ever. I'm like, "Sir, oh my God, we've got a culinary experience. I mean, we're gonna take you down the Nile. It's gonna be beautiful." He goes, "I'm not hungry." I retreat back to the kitchen. I tell my mom he's not hungry. She says, "That's not good." We're waiting. I'm just waiting to die. I'm like, I hope it's quick. We believe in halal. It'll be a clean cut. Half hour goes by. I start to peek out of the kitchen. I go into the living room, and I see my dad in my book report. But he's actually so close that I realize it's like open and it's on his neck. It's just going up and down, and then it hits me. I'm like, he fell asleep. Like, my dad doesn't know how to read either. It's so exciting. My mom's like, yes, let's eat upstairs. She starts packing up our food like we're leaving Cuba, like we got bags. We're taking bags from the kitchen. She hands a plate to my sister up the stairs. She turns around, hands me a fork, but as she does, it slips through my fingers, clangs on the steps. My dad shoots awake. You know that feeling when you see your dad's eyes? And he's been awoken? Like, a dad's allowed to be awake, but not awoken. It's like you could see a raccoon at night, but not at lunch. It's sick. He goes, come here. He says, you know what I realized? I don't need to judge this book report when the only judge is Allah. No. And then he goes, swear to God that you wrote this. Acts, and I just have vibes. They'll be like, in 19, and I'm just like, bro, the vibe is off. Like, look at this picture. Like, what are you talking about? The problem is, I don't know how to read. I'm not even saying that for, I straight up don't know. Like, every time I read, the only thing I can think about is the fact that I'm reading. You ever feel that? Like I'll read a page and my brain isn't taking in the information. I'm just so proud. 3 pages in, all I'm thinking is, yo, I read. Dude, I'm a book guy. Fuck, dude, I'm so smart. It's so wild. Like, my friends are dumb. It's weird. They're just on TikTok. I read. It's wild. I gotta show them what I'm doing. I take out my phone. I take a picture of like a good paragraph, right? Page 6. Start sending it to all the boys. I'm like, boys, time to read. We gotta read, dude. Like, it's just, it's an ancient art form. And then I fall asleep. Every single time I read, I fall asleep without brushing my teeth. And I have 3 cavities, just unfinished books, sitting in my mouth. I've never been able to read. Biggest lie I ever told as a kid was about reading. You know that lie you tell that like makes you a liar? I'll never forget this. We had a book report. I picked Gandhi. Big. It was like a 450-page book. Even the teacher was like, dude, I don't think you can do this. I had a month to read and write the thing. I started reading the book the night before it's due. And I think I can do it. You know that like you get home at 3, you're like, I got this. 6 p.m., you're like, no problem. 8, fine. The second it hits 10 p.m., double digits, the walls start closing in. And I'm panicking, and I'm like, fuck, I needed a month. So I had the first few pages, right? They're me. Like, I wrote them. They're mine. In my mind, I'm like, yo, there's no way this teacher is gonna like read this whole thing. He's got so many students. He's just gonna figure out what's going on up top. So I'll just make it long. And then he won't know. So I start violently copy-pasting from all over the internet. I mean, it's crazy. Some of these paragraphs have links. One of them ends with buy at Barnes & Noble today. But I make it big, and then I put it in the plastic. Remember the plastic binding? Yo, I walk in the next day, I'm looking at all these reports. Nobody's got plastic. I start talking shit. I'm like, this is crazy. Look at all these naked book reports. I hand mine to the teacher. I'm like, check this out. Look, I put a little hijab on it. Look how modest and beautiful this is. Second I hand it in, the paranoia sets in, right? I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get caught. And I'm a kid, and I'm being asked this scary question. And when you're a kid, you're way more afraid of your dad than God. Right? Because what do you learn about religion? They're like, God is the most gracious, most merciful. Sick. Because this guy's like no merciful. I mean, there's no mercy. Yeah, I'm gonna lie, I'll deal with God later. I go, this is my favorite book. Best book I ever read. My dad goes, that's all I needed to hear. Next day, we go to the school. My dad says the weirdest lie I've ever heard. Walks up to the teacher and goes, sir, this is the most beautiful book report I have ever read, and I have read many. And then he goes, we love Gandhi. So many lies. All because of my lie. I'm watching these men just lie. So much shame. It was really like, and it never, like I think of all the guilt, all the shame I felt in my life for so many different things. Just the things we feel as we do things that we don't want to do or that challenge who we are. But all my guilt, it all started with Gandhi. And I've never told my dad, which is hard because he's like my best friend now. Like we talk about you know what, your dad just all of a sudden is like, I'm done. Now I just complain more than you. I bring him to stuff. Like I brought him to this Hollywood thing, you know? And he put on a suit, he had a little bow tie. This person I work with comes up to him and goes, sir, you should be so proud of your son. He's one of the best writers that I've ever worked with. I just love reading his work. And my dad has the biggest smile on his face and he goes, sir, the thing is, Ramy has always been such an advanced writer. He was so good that the school couldn't believe how well he wrote about Gandhi. No, this is my dad's favorite story about me. It's I have this dream.